So here we start today's webinar on the SaaS dashboard. Basically, all the clients who would be having the SaaS dashboard will be able to access all the clients who would be having the SaaS dashboard will be able to access this page. So uh, on logging into the site accounts.fredina.com, this would be the uh, login page that one would see. Moreover, the clients are basically of two types, one with the multi-school privilege and one without the multi-school privilege. First of all, we would know more about a client who doesn't have the multi-school privilege, and then we can deal with the other one. So to start with, I have a client, a test name with the credentials. So on logging on to the on logging on to the you log on with the required credentials, these clients would see this kind of dashboard. This dashboard are for only those clients who doesn't have the multi-school privilege. So he can have a list of all the schools that can be that he has created. So to start with, let me tell you how the company settings are done. When it comes to company settings, it tells you more about you, the company, and the plugins, the email. It tells you how the company settings are to be done, are to be maintained and all. So to start with, this is the profile that a this is the profile that a person sees. Then we have the user profile. If you want to edit the user profile, you can do so by going on to the user profile button, and once you have clicked this, you would be seeing this page, and on clicking onto the edit button, you would be able to edit the user profiles of a particular client, or if you are the client, then you can see the user profiles of yourself, and you can even edit the settings from here. So the username cannot be edited, as we can see the restriction with the cursor doesn't allow you to edit, so we cannot edit here. Next, if you want to do the editings, you can do it and click on the save button. Once this is done, you can even change the password, as we recommend our clients to change the password every time they log in with the default credentials, may it be the SaaS dashboard or may it be the Fredina itself. So this was all about the user profile. Now let us know how the company settings are to be done. So when you click on the profile tab, you will come across this, as the settings are already done in user profile. You can do it. Then we have something called the plugins here. These are the plugins that the client that you would be having, and then the email settings if you need to do. So to do the email settings, I would like to tell you how this is to be done. First of all, these settings are to be provided by an SMTP provider who will be giving you the details regarding all this. So once the details are given, you will be filling up the details, and these details and these settings can be used up by the schools that you have created. So all the schools that you have created will be using this email settings to send email to every email related things of their school. So once the email settings are done, we'll be moving upon the SMS settings. SMS settings also use the same same concept of using a third-party vendor. So let us say that I have a sender called here YG and the password, the username. So these are the settings that are again provided by a third-party vendor. As we say, it's an SMS API provider. So he would be providing you the settings, and once the settings are done, you can just hit on the save button. So again, the company's SMS settings are saved. So while creating a school, it's up to us to use the SMS settings of the company or not. Then we would know about the white label. So white label is the thing where most of the companies would like to use. So when you are using this white label, please note that in every of the schools that you come across, we have a footer called powered by here. So when you are using this white label settings, the company name that you will be giving up will be shown in here, as I can point the cursor here, so you can see it. So this company name would be highlighted here, and the company URL that you would be given, that would be set as the anchor link for it. So as we have set for our application of SaaS dashboard, we have used this company name is 4IDN, and the company URL is www.google.com. So once this thing is done, you would be redirected into the anchor link which is set for IDN. But now as we have done it for IDN, so you would be redirected to the front page. Similarly, if you have your company name and a company URL, you can just type the name of your company and the URL here. So this would redirect you to your page or company home page. So this was all about the company settings and all. Now we would be moving upon to know more about a school. So first of all, I would like to tell you how a person would create a new school from this. To create a new school, we need to just click on this button which says new school, and once you click on this, you would be going upon filling up all the details up here. Let us say that we have a school called Saint Vincent and the required subdomain that I would be having for it is let us say that VINC. Moreover, the white label settings are a very sensitive thing that is to be set up. As we can see that we have some white label settings here. So this needs to be omitted as we want a okay. So please note that when you have something called fedina.org as your domain name, that domain name can be used. This would be coming in by default. So as I said, Saint Vincent is the name of the school, and the required subdomain was SV or sv.fedina.osv. So by default here sv.fedina.org would be showing up. The last time I was filling up, it was as per the white label thing. So when you have a domain called, let's say, the abc.com, so so the subdomains or the subdomain would be actually adjusted with the domain name that you will be having. As we have fedina.org as a domain, so the required subdomain is sv. So in domain name, we could see that sv.fedina.org has been hosted. So this has already been hosted and has been pointed to wbsn.fedina.org. So it's not a problem right now. So moving on to the next step, we would be assigning all the plugins to the particular school that we have been creating. So let us say that I intend to give all the plugins. So what I can do is just click on the all button and hit the save button. Once this is done, please note that I have unchecked the inherit SMS settings and inherit email settings. So this would mean that the school can have its own email and SMS settings. So this is the profile that is created. The domain is sv.fedina.org and the plugins available for the school is this. The email settings can be added by the school individually. They need not to use the SMS settings or the email settings that are already that are being used by the client account, as we have unchecked the SMS settings and email settings while creating it. So Harshada, we would be dealing with all these queries on domain and all after this session. So we will be continuing it right now, the test part of it. Thank you, Harshada. So once this is done, we can just click on to the SMS settings. As we can see that SMS settings are to be added, as this part has been unchecked. So the whole thing has been created. Now if we want to delete school, this is the button that would delete the school created. And moreover, as I have said that sv.fedina.org has already been created, then on clicking onto this would be the instance that sv.fedina.org would be using. So, and please remember that the credentials for the admin would be default. So admin and admin 1, 2, 3 would be the default credentials to log into the school with the required number of plugins that you have selected up. So this was all about the school setting, how to create a new school. Then when you want to see the settings of a school, then you can just click onto the school name. As I have created this St. Mary's High, I have St. Mary's High School, St. Vincent High School. When I go to St. Mary's High School, I could see these are the profile, this is the domain that was created. Similarly, that I have created in St. Vincent, and then the email part and the SMS settings can be added up at a later stage. So this was all about the client without the multi-school privilege. So now we would be moving upon to see how a client with the multi-school privilege would be dealing with the things in accounts.fedina.org. So I have a client named, say, NT. So on moving into this, a student would be seeing this a client would be seeing this dashboard. So this dashboard would help you to monitor all your multi-school groups that you have created, all the schools that you have in, and total number of schools, all the schools that you have in under you, and all the schools that are inside the multi-school, as well as that is being created by you. So this is the considered dashboard that you would be getting. So to see the daily statistics, you can see how many schools that you have created here, total multi-school groups that you have created today. And for example, if you want to go to a particular place, go to a particular date and see the statistics of that particular date, then that can also be done using this button. Then if you have 2 to 3 groups, you can just click onto this and select on school and group also. So this was all about the dashboard, or the overview of a client who has a multi-school group with it. to start with schools. The school would be the same that we have done here. So MAV that I've created. If so, please note that a client who has a multi-school group can create a single school as well as a multi-school groups. So once a multi-school groups is created, so a multi-school group will be having his own username and password. So that particular group can log on to Fedina using the credentials used. So first of all, we will be knowing more about the multi-school group. So if I want to create a new multi-school group, let us say that I want to create a group called full name is ABC, and the organization name can be put as ABC. This is as the purposes that I am doing right now. The contact number can be filled up. The email ID can be done. The description that I can put up here is something. This is even not mandatory. You can opt to have it or not have it. Now you have to put the number of licenses that you have, that you can have for that particular group. So 23, or let us say that I have only 3 schools remaining, so I can just put 3 here. And please note the 3 settings that are up here. So enable white label. If you use enable white label, so the school would be the multi-school group would be having their own white label settings. So you can't monitor their white label settings from here. But the same goes for the internet email settings. So if you use the internet email settings ticked up, then this school would be using your email settings. Sorry, the multi-school group would be using your email settings, and the same goes for SMS settings too. So here is the username and password that I've created, and once I click the save button, these are the number of plugins that I want to give in. I click on all and finish. So a client with a multi-school group name called ABC has been created now. So this is the profile that I can see here. Let us say that I am logging into the client name. So I am already logged into the client Saint. So I need to log out of it and check it how the multi-school group would work. ABC, and ABC is the credentials that I've created. So this is the dashboard of the multi-school group that you have created right now. So using the given password and username, the school can just go to the new school part here. It can create schools similar to the way that you have been creating when you are a client directly. You can even create a track record of all the users up here. You can have multiple admins for this multi-school group too. So this was how a client with the how a multi-school group would be able to see his dashboard. Now we will be returning to our client Saint to see how the rest of the things works up for him. So as we see that I've created a ABC and I have changed it up with the profile, and I can even use the credential that have been given to him to make a new school. So furthermore, if I am a client, apart from making multi-school groups, I can create even the schools. To create a new school, just click onto the new school button, and the rest of the things are to be done as it was done in the previous steps. The same goes for the company settings here. The number of plugins that are available for the client can be seen here. The profile that can be seen here, that can be edited from this user profile thing. Again, the email settings are to be done, and the SMS settings with the white label that I have already mentioned up here, and the local settings. If you want to have some kind of local settings, you can do it, where you will be asked to put your language, time zone, country, theme, and the admin email. Now I would be telling you more about the plugin settings. So once you click onto the plugin settings, we have something called here Google Oath. So Google Oath is a plugin which requires some kinds of settings. So we have some kind of settings for him here. So if you want to log in with your Google account, so what you can do is you can just create a client key and client secret in your own Google account, and you can write it up here. So once the settings is done, a user using Fedina will be able to use his or her own Google account to log in to Fedina itself. Moreover, some other kind of settings have to be done, and so we would be covering the rest of the Google Oath thing in our subsequent webinars. So this was all about the uh, dashboard that you have been asking, and so this completes the webinar. So we will be proceeding up with the rest of the queries one by one. Yes, Harshada, please put forth your query.